Warriors that took the floor to get a win against Houston on Friday night. And as Steve Kerr told us pregame, it's not your old Warriors, and it's certainly not.
You're able to see Wiggins and Kuminga as you see this steal here. That's not the way you want to start. But there's going to be a lot more.
Back the other way with it. Here's Anthony Edwards giving up the look, and instead it's Mike Conley. Chris Finch telling us pregame.
Hey, Coach, did you watch him in Memphis? Did you watch him in Utah? That's something that every team has always asked him to be more aggressive. But so I'm really curious to see how he settles in, because you always want him to be so aggressive scoring.
Times a shift from his defense and ones and twos, but pointed out how Clay's competitiveness shines in those matchups. He likes the physicality. He wants to win every matchup.
Early in this ballgame for Minnesota, a little bit of a lackluster performance the other night in a loss to Charlotte, NBA, and so they're looking to pick it up a notch here as they start a 4-game California road trip. Looney foul and just a rock for Golden State in their lineup, and has developed into one of the better rebounders this year. McDaniels for 3, good. He starts out 0 for 2 from downtown. Edwards off the bounce, the elevation, the stick back up and in, and not.
Put our best, we put our best defender on an X factor that might help us out. He's got to adjust to it.
Veteran. Reed for 3. Nas, Reed, another triple to help out. And then Poole with the pick, all alone.
Another steal there by the Golden State Warriors in transition.
Ty Jerome wraps it. Nas Reed with a touch. Oh my goodness.
When Cat gets back, then you start looking at they actually have a lot of quality depth in their front court.
Triple.
Give up versus ones where you're like driving somebody off of that three-point line.
Edwards. That one won't go. Offensive rebound. Alexander Walker muscles that one up and in. I think the ruling is unsportsmanlike, but usually when you're teed up for grabbing the rim, you're the offensive guy.
We'll get some clarification from the officials when we get a chance.
And another turnover, allowing Poole an opportunity to break away as he winces. McDaniels, nice use of his body to get into. Still no Kevin Durant in the Phoenix lineup, but that's anticipated according to Woj on Wednesday. Tonight, they have 55 points sitting over on that sideline. Conley knocks down the.
They're just like, we want you to shoot more.
Looney with the follow. A lot of turnovers at both ends of the floor. Reed, direct line drive to the.
It's the Warriors, so sometimes you just see things, the way they're matching up with you, how they're guarding you. They're not closing out to him on the three-point line, so he knows he's going to get all the time.
Edwards. Off the bounce, hangs and hits, and there's the first.
When you become an elite scorer in this league, you've got to chalk up 9 points to the free throw line. You got to chalk up 6-8 points in the paint that you see.
5 for 16 from deep for Golden State. And Reed, the recipient of the drive and dish.
Earful right now.
Poole, off glass, count it. Reed, he checks out with just under 4 to go in the half. Edwards, the fade, got it, and there's a couple in a row. And here's Kuminga. Jonathan, no, tipped up and in, good.
So Draymond Green has won a Defensive Player of the Year, helming the great defense and communicating. Just right now, it is not there.
Garza, offensive rebound. Thompson, trail 3, got it.
That's the golden. Watch the slip out.
Looking for Thompson. Off the bounce. Hangs and hits.
So he was being ultra aggressive, and it was working, so they were kind of looking for him. But, again, I like what Coach Finch did right there, drawing up the first play. If you see Klay Thompson going, we need you to be aggressive. First play, it didn't work out, but it was definitely sending a message to the team.
And Edwards. Klay Thompson, who made his first shot of the second half, will try for his first 3 of the second half. And winner of this one gets above 500 for the season. The loser drops below. Naz Reid, another
3. They need every one of those threes. Yeah. Can I tell you, I love the second half of the season after the All-Star break out there. Can have even more intensity. When you look at Phoenix versus Milwaukee, when you look at Philly versus Boston the other night and that ending, Dallas versus the Lakers, and then tonight 2 teams.
first round action. In what should prove to be a Wild West finish, Conley.
He's got the game going. Does he try and take a little heat check shot? No, makes the right pass, and Kuminga, speaking.
He's got McDaniels with him. Reid. Off the bounce and to the
decision.
Anderson. The kick out. Boy, they're
Also known Sweetwater Clifton. I found out that name when I was a kid, but Earl Lloyd, the first African-American to play in the NBA. And so, you know, Jackie Robinson gets a lot of credit.
Stream the Black History Always collection on ESPN+. Klay Thompson now with 20 points. The spin. All 5 guys on the floor scored. They hit 6 of their first 7 shots. Reid and 1, and not picked off by Jerome, and the leak out for Klay. Rolls it with 4 games on ABC and ESPN, and Edwards able to hang and hit.
He's so elite.
Poole, nice back door. Jermichael Green. Rivers. Nice shoulder fake. The drive baseline, no, but up and in.
Right.
But that also means opportunity might not for somebody else. Lamb baseline cut off by Naz Reid. Circles back around and his persist. Poole in transition. Patrick Baldwin Jr. No. DiVincenzo weak side smacks it back out. Another chance for Baldwin. Got it.
Excruciating when you're in the middle of the country and you're going from Minnesota to, say, Cleveland. You know, so they have very winnable games. As awesome.
Are staying with it. At the timeout, Anthony Edwards was the first player off the bench to greet.
We know this Warrior team can get it going quick.
DiVincenzo. Oh, he flipped it from the left hand to the right.
Good position. They just have to maintain it.
Tied for 7th. Both 500 records coming in. Klay Thompson for defense in clutch time. Late in games trying to close things out. Thompson spins away from Rivers. And hits it! 0 for 4 now from the free throw line. DiVincenzo. Oh, DiVincenzo!
Just been healthy at home and hurt on the road. They feed off of their crowd. Their defense and their energy is at its best. And they just have to, as you see, okay, slow. This is anyone's game right now.
Conley defending on Thompson. He stays with him through the screen. Wham for 3! Thompson. Good ball fake to get by McDaniels. Finds the open DiVincenzo for 3!
Look, I said it. We talked about Steph being out there. We saw Andre. Now we got Draymond Green out there in the 4th corner supporting his teammates. And he is... Set a screen if you're Anthony Edwards on the ball, because that's not what they want to do.
Jordan Poole, step back. Tipped up and in by Looney.
Point time, and then they make you figure it out.
Turnover on the inbound. Easy bucket for Minnesota. Timeout. Naz Reid for 3. And that'll do it.